pretty amazing that our country has done so much in 1 year. You start going back 1 year, how far have we come? We had 15 to 20 million illegal immigrants come in our country, open borders for 4 years. We lost our sovereignty. I think the strength of who we are as a country, we've got that back. President Trump's bringing jobs back, real jobs back. I've had a chance to travel throughout a lot of America and seen manufacturing facilities empty across America because in the last 30 to 40 years, we've lost 60,000 manufacturing companies, not jobs, companies. And we're gonna bring those back, but it's not gonna happen overnight. And I believe this, I'm running for Congress because I believe that we have a window of opportunity to truly bring, I think, pivotal, transcendent change to our country. President Trump is a transformational leader. Would everybody agree with that? Crazy leader, awesome leader. And he sees, he's playing 3D chess when other people are playing checkers. He sees things differently. And what he sees differently, I think, comes from his experience as a business leader, as a negotiator, and not a politician. He looks to solve problems the best he can. And he's fighting amidst of a deep state that doesn't work or play by the same set of rules that we all do every day. We have a budget. How many guys have a budget? They have a printing machine. I would love to have a printing machine in my garage to pay all my bills, but that's the way our country runs. And I'm running for Congress to bring a CEO's perspective, not a politician's perspective, to the people's house. So what President Trump has done to the White House, I want to bring that to the people's house. I'm a CEO of a company I co-founded about 25 years ago. We do merger and acquisition work. We do investment banking and wealth management, a few other things. But we have about 400 employees across the nation. About 200 of them live in this or work in this district. I've been a part of this district for about 35 years of my life. I've lived in it 6 different times in 5 different decades. Currently live a couple miles out. I can't believe I moved two years ago, but I'm thinking about moving back, just trying to find the right place. But this has been a big part of my life. So I'm committed to this area, but I'm committed to representing you. There's big changes coming to our country. We need to balance the budget. We haven't talked about it in 25 to 30 years since Newt Gingrich's contract with America. If we don't do that, the next generation is in deep trouble. I've got kids 15 to 25 years old. If you have kids or grandkids in that age group, their simple opportunity for their own American dream is at stake. What's that? For a young person, it's just to get out of mom and dad's house and get an apartment. Well, an apartment, because I just got one for my daughter, cost about twice as much as the average salary as it did when I got out of college. People are waiting when they get married. They're waiting now till they're 40 to buy their first home. I could buy my first home for a few $1,000s down. It was $100,000. It was about 3.5 times the average salary. Now it's 6 to 10 times the average salary. And why? Because we are addicted to debt and deficit spending. Until we have leaders, I think this, that are willing to tackle it head on, but come up with some real solutions to do that, we're going to be stuck. And what I want to do is grow small businesses. President Trump's got a plan to grow and cut. If we can do both, we'll make it. And I think it's like this. It's a narrow opportunity, but we have to have leaders that are going to fight for it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight to have a budget. I'm going to fight to grow small businesses. I'm going to fight to transform healthcare. It's a monopolized, broken system. I have a vision for it. It's on our website, and I speak about it all the time. But we need to put you as a consumer back in charge of healthcare shopping again. We have been trained to just give them our insurance card, and we find out 30 days later how much it costs. It's the only thing we do in America that way. We know what the food costs on the menu. We know what a car costs. We know what a house costs. And we need to know what insurance costs when we walk in the door. And when you get involved and you have a reason to shop again through a savings account, it will change. There's more on that. The bottom line is this. We need God in our country again. How many of you guys think we need God in our country? I am one of these people. I want to protect life. I'm a pastor also. My wife and I started a church 12 years ago. So I've been doing business and ministry most of my life. Both of these are in Richardson, Texas, which is in the district. And I believe that if we honor God by protecting life, get men out of women's bathrooms and locker rooms and sports forever, Amen. Protect kids. We have got kids that are going unprotected in a couple different ways. One of my pastors in my church had a kindergarten daughter that brought home an LGBTQ book in Richardson, Texas about 6 months ago. They don't want to let parents know what's in the curriculum. And you guys do it great here in Rockwall, but I would love to tell you that happens throughout this entire district, but it doesn't. So we have to protect our kids' minds and hearts, and we have to protect their bodies. In over 20 states, we allow doctors to perform ungodly surgeries on kids, and that must stop, and I'll fight till I'm done until that happens. We cannot allow doctors to try and change any kids' bodies. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. So these are some things I truly believe in. I think this spiritual revival that I think we need in our country, it's going to come through courageous leadership. It's going to come through fighting. It's going to come through having people that represent you. I'm running as your representative. I'm not backed by big PACs or billions of dollars. I have over 2,500 individual donors, most of which come from people in this district, business owners in this district. And I am fighting because there's things happening to Rockwall and East Texas that if you're not paying careful attention to, will hit us in the head so fast, it'll change our very way of life. And I would like to challenge you to study data centers and AI more and ask you to really look into it, because I believe this, that East Texas is the Permian Basin of data centers. And what's about to happen is they have already got a plan for 6 to 10 of them in the next 5 years. I've just read research. If this happens, our energy consumption is going to go up 70% in the next 5 years right here in Texas, and we're not ready for that. So I'm telling East Texas and Rockwall, I want to protect your way of life. I'm not going to change it. I'm not backed by people that are. There's some people in this race that are backed by people that are in that space. And I don't know how you can represent two different parties. I'm in the business of investment banking. If you're selling your business, I represent you. If you're buying it, I represent you. As your congressperson, I'm representing you. I don't represent anybody else that's giving me a lot of money, period. When somebody gives you a check for $1 million, they want something in return. And we're seeing this happen in congressional races across the nation. So I'm fighting for you. I'm standing for you. I'm fighting for life. I'm fighting for liberty. I'm fighting for freedom. I'm fighting for God to be back in our country. And I'm fighting for common sense. And I'm fighting to make capitalism cool again. Our young people don't even know that capitalism is a really cool thing. And until they see that they can have a job again, until they can see that it works for them, that's the reason they vote for people like Mandami in New York. So we got to train them that it's an awesome thing to get a job, and we need to train people on how to work and to take two different paths when they come to college. Either you're going to get a degree with something that can get you a job, or you're going to absolutely get a trade and learn how to operate a business one day, because that's the key to our growth of our country is small business. We've made a lot of people millionaires that have been plumbers and electricians and HVAC repair. We've made a lot of them because they know how to run a business and learn how to provide a service that people need. So this is a change time in our country. I'm fighting for that. And if you want to see that kind of revival, I'd love to be your representative. Vote for me, Ryan Binkley, for Congress, and I really appreciate it. Go to our website, check us out more. We have one more town hall here on Monday night. It's all called Last Call Town Hall at Culpeppers at 6:30. There'll be free beer if you vote for me. But we're going to have a good time. But invite some people that are undecided. You know, if you know some people that are just on the fence, they don't know, let's come talk. Let's have a conversation. Thank you very much.